Hello everyone, welcome back if you are already a subscriber, and welcome if you are new. Today I am doing a flip through of some traveler journal inserts that I handmade and then hand embellished. I'm gonna attach a video or videos, I guess, at the end of the naked, for lack of better description, of some ones that I've already made that you can have embellished. Truth be told, and I actually don't have them in front. Oh, I do have them. They're on my desk. Sorry if this shakes the camera. These are the ones that I have made. And I'll attach the flip throughs of all of them. These are actually two just big old binder clipped together. And I'll show off any flaws that are in them. With these being the first ones, they're flawed. I'm not going to sugarcoat that in any way, form, and fashion. Some came out smaller, and then I accidentally mispunched. But these are all easily covered up, and the price in the Etsy shop will reflect any defects for the most part. Now, I'd kind of gotten the hang of things by the time I made these two. So you can see the edges are completely clean. And when closed, there's no hangover. There's a little bit, but nowhere near what the other ones had. See, there's just a cursed midget. So there's that. The hand sewing came out so much cleaner than it did with these guys. Like I said, those were my first ones, so naturally there's flaws to be expected. And I'm happy to embellish over those things for people, whether it's with washi, binding, whatever. So yeah, the journals are available in the Etsy. Voila. The journals are these journals are currently all up in my Etsy shop and available for purchase. And then there is an option to have them distressed, embellished, or made chunky. So what that means is that I would use distressing products such as distress oxide sprays, inks, distressing tools, things of that nature to distress it for you. Embellishment would be paint, stickers, stamping, all that goodness. I'm trying to get to the place where I can stitch. That's a little troublesome at the moment. My sewing machine and I are having a tad of an issue. So I'm working on getting that fixed. That's available as well. I just cleaned my desk, so if I sound funny, it's because it still smells really heavy of bleach, and I'm hoping this fresh balsam candle helps knock some of it out. Wow. Oh God. Whew. But I wanted to do a quick flip through of these. These will not be available on the Etsy. They are merely examples, and that is because they are Christmas presents to two really amazing crafty friends of mine, and I'll explain why they're different and set up differently. Okay, so we're gonna go through Chelsea's first. So this is for my friend Chelsea. She is recent to crafting. There is the paper clip I need. She's recent to crafting, and she's kind of a journal girl, and she likes prompt style, so she asked that I put prompts in for her. And that's also an option if you find something on the Etsy and you're like, I like the way that you did Chelsea's. Cool, I can follow that style. You'll be priced accordingly and we'll work something out. I do need to work on the quantity of that. So currently everything is only in there at one quantity. So if you're having issues when you go to buy it, because there's only one, that might be why. I need to work on that today, hopefully. But yeah, let's just kind of get through this little flip. A little notepad-y thing there. Let me see how this is showing up on camera. Okay, perfect. And I am filming on my pink background at home today, which is kind of convenient. This is what I needed the paper clip for. So this is a little pocket that I've stuck little stickers in. So this would be the make it chunky style. So when I did these journals, they're kind of a little bit of everything. They're not full on chunky. They're not full on embellished. They're not full on distressed. It's particular to the girl that I'm making it for. So don't quantify that as this is what it looks like with everything rolled into one. If you ask me to make it chunky, I'm going to make it chunky. I'm going to stuff that bad boy full of pockets and goodness, for sure. They're getting full-on care packages, basically, so I didn't want to stuff everything in here and make it too chunky. I just attached the tag with some twine, stamped, made a pocket, gave her some stickers on this one. I just painted this side and did a Good Eats stamp. And then I don't know how well, oh, you can see it really well on camera. I have my camera set up a little bit different so I can see what you guys see a little bit better. And then I threw in some recipe cards. I recently asked her for a recipe that she has and if she could put it on a recipe card. So, and that was how I found out that she did not have recipe cards. So, and then I knew I had this little cupcake paper clip at home and wanted to put that in there for her. I wanted to do a currently spread for her, and not stamp it so she can put her own list or spin on it. I did like a planning style page for her because she's getting into journaling and planning a lot. Did some washi. I'm not really proud of how the vellum page turned out because there's a couple of smudgy spots, but okay. And that's some hand lettering I did. Sticker there. Stickers there. This is the center. She takes a lot of really good pictures, so I really wanted her to have some room to post some of those pictures because she never does, and she's apprehensive on how to start scrapbooking. So I did the places to visit with some map squares I had from Taylor, and then this page is just kind of like a little planning page. Again, the vellum didn't turn out as great as I could have hoped, but I'm still getting used to stamping on vellum as a whole. So I had these digital downloads from crepe paper that I threw in here too. I thought this made a cute little pocket for this. And I went through a huge phase stamping on like packaging paper, and so each of the girls is getting a bunch of those. That just matched really well too. She lives on a farm. They recently bought a house on like some farmland, so they have a couple farm type things going on, and she's very boho-y too, so this little dream log is cute. I like how the polka dots matched and stuck some more of those digital download cards in there for her. But they recently bought this house, so I thought it would be really cute to kind of make it very homey, and she's kind of a homebody. So I thought this was perfect for her. So I stamped a list of ways to relax, make tea with the teacup. She loves to drink tea, and actually gave me a lot of the teas that I had at one point. I stuck this little paint swatch card in there because it worked really well in the library pocket. This just, I don't know how I feel about this, but it was just, she's a coffee nut too. I just thought this would be a fun, like, snapshot record of a day. That's what I really just want her to get. I think I actually glued this down. Yeah. I just wanted her to like get in the habit of documenting a little bit more and leaving her some space for that. I've been binder clipping these guys together just to keep them closed and tight. So there we go. That's hers. This one, I'm going to post these after Christmas after I send them, obviously. This one is for Taylor. So Taylor is my pen pal. If you don't follow anything that we do. There are videos down below on this channel. There is a junk journal that went back and forth between us. That was one thing. And we did like Happy Meal care packages. Also, if you're over on Instagram, we're hosting Junkmas 2019. At the moment, I'm not sure when I'm putting this video up, but we're hosting it now, and you can actually see the video of the kit I built as well on here. But she's very crafty. She's been crafting for a while. She smash booked like a champ, and that's how we met. We were both smash bookers when it was still a big deal. We Project Life for about the same time. We both Hobonichi'd at the same time. It was just, we went on that journey together, and we've been very influential with each other's processes and inspirational. So this was made for her. So it's embellished a little bit differently. So got the little pocket here, a little Tim Holtzy doing his dog. It just worked with the page. And it says, "And so the adventure begins" at the bottom. I really wanted her to have at least one spread that she could just go ham on and really get colorful with. I stamped January 1st, 2020 on here. Her dog's name is Honey. So when I saw the paint swatch for Honey, I thought that would be a good one to throw in there. I did a gold thing. I'm mad because this is bleed through of some oxide that you'll see later. The oxide's pretty. I just didn't mean for it to bleed through in that crack. She sews. That's a big deal with her right now. She's sewing a ton of bags. If you check out her Etsy, you can see all of these really cool repurposed bags that she's making. I really loved the stamp with the paint on it because she loves watercolors, especially like in her Hobonichi and in her journals and stuff. And so I gave her some watercolor paper too to play on in here. I did this in both journals because it's very indicative of all three of us, like all the crazy ideas that we have. So I thought it would be cool if both had a crazy idea page. I did this just kind of simple and girly. This vellum page turned out nice. This didn't. We're both kind of coffee head. All of us are very coffee people. I knew that this just reminded me so much of her. Just very Tim Holtzy and artsy and leaving room. This is some chalkboard paint I had. And then I did the Every Dream Deserves Its Day. This is some of the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide spray in Victorian Velvet. And then some Tim Holtz stamps. I think all this is on camera, yeah. These are just some Heidi Swap stickers I had hanging out and their little vellum. I know that she knows how to work with vellum. That's why I left it really open and I made it more like an overlay page for Chelsea. Just some cute butterflies. This didn't stamp very clean. Life is what happens to us while we were making other plans, which I thought was great next to the Today page. I tried to do another sewing related stamp down there. Here's that Distress Oxide Iced Spruce. One thing about the oxide spray that I don't really love is the bleed through is really, really bad, especially in a Hobonichi. Oh my God, it's like super bad to the other side really quick. So you got to watch out with that guy. I wanted to leave her graph paper kind of open on this side. This is a tag that I made. I was working on this tag for something else and I chose to go with a bigger tag. So it's just one I had hanging about. Love the vintage look of this. Now this was fun. This was the first time I got to use my star stencil that I got from Dilutions. And I love the idea of having, I did this super purpley page. You can see it on my Instagram for Junktober. I did this super pretty page that had like a clown and the moon, and the clown was shaped like a moon, and it said "I love you" to the moon and back, and it had all this moon stuff on it, and it was purple and blues, and I just loved how it turned out. And so when I put the purple on there, I obviously thought about yellow being a good I can't think of it. It's the color opposite that works with it, and my art knowledge and art I took enough art classes in high school to know what it means, but I can't think of it at the time. I just thought the yellow would let it pop. And so I thought it'd be cool to have like these crazy doodle hearts and just the brushy strokes. So this was perfect. I think the colors are even showing up really good on here. I'm getting some great daylight through this window. So this is probably my favorite page to do for her. And then I have this bracket, and then the journey is never truly over. It just changed course. And I didn't stamp clean the first time, so I stamped it again. And so it's a little muddy and weird. And then gave her a cute little library card here in the back. And then there we have it. So as you can see, they're totally different in terms of what they're decorated like, but it just gives you a little bit of an idea of what you could maybe expect if you're asking to have something embellished, distressed, or made chunky. I just thought it would be a great idea to have a reference a little bit. And I wanted to post a video of the flip throughs of these. And the flip through of these guys is going to be completely silent. Like, it won't have a voiceover or anything because I was trying to post them on my Instagram. So all of them were silent. But I just wanted to be able to talk about the journals and just like some discrepancies you would see in these guys and what the newer ones will start to look like. And I'm happy to work with anybody if they have preferences, or, you know, if you have any questions and you're like, okay, well, I want it to be like this, so what do I need to select? And I think I left it open to where if you have any questions or specifications, you can write them down also in the Etsy shop. If I didn't, feel free to message me below or direct message me on Instagram. I'm happy to answer any and all questions. I'm probably going to be posting this after Christmas. So I hope everyone had a very, very wonderful Christmas and is still having a very happy holiday and looking forward to 2020. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.